Oh, say that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Paligaya ng may makaapi ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
So today, we are here to help you ignite the Filipino spirit within you. The same spirit that emboldened your Filipino parents to take their chances in really relocating to the U.S. How do we do that? Maybe you can stay here for a day without Wi-Fi. You like that? No, I'm just messing with you a bit. I will leave that to the organizers of this thing. My work is only to welcome everyone. Also, let me reassure you that you are part of the large Filipino-American community around
FACC. I wouldn't have done it without this family, so thank you. Now, let's play first, okay? Find your color. I know this is a youth summit, so pardon me if my being a teacher is coming out. Everybody, find your color. If you're wearing white or blue, go to this side, okay? I need you to move. We're not sedentary people. We are moving people. So, if you're wearing white or blue, come here on this side. If you're wearing black and any other color, gray, you please come into this side. We will play our favorite game.
My pleasure to introduce to you our 2022 Filipino American Youth Summit Conference guest speaker. Our guest speaker is known for her work in the educational field. She hails from Central Luzon, Nueva Ecija. In 2001, she graduated from Philippine Normal University with cum laude in the Bachelor's of Science in Elementary Education. She holds 2 master's degrees, one in educational management and the other is in academics, measurements, and evaluation. She currently teaches 3rd grade at Villa Heights Elementary School. She came to the U.S. as a visiting international faculty in 2010. Quote, "A dream doesn't become a reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work," close quote, is her mantra in guiding her life. She lives with her husband, Marco, and 2 beautiful children, Lee and Megan. Young friends, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the recipient of 2022 CMS Teacher of the Year Award and our guest speaker, Imee Garcia Idjao.
First. And at the same time, very humbled to get to be the CMS Teacher of the Year and to be here in front of you. Let me tell you a story first. When I taught here, this is my first year here at CMS, I was in Fayetteville first time. That's my 5 years when I was visiting international faculty. And after that, I looked for sponsorship to be sponsored here. And I went to Wilson, which is a very small town east of Raleigh. That's when I had 7 years of my teaching. And then after that, I came over here at CMS. And this is my
first year here at CIS. When I had the Teacher of the Year for the school, it's a long process. I was just being quiet in my classroom. You know what we do? Teachers and Filipinos, we're very quiet. We let our work speak for us. So I was just very quiet in the classroom. I was nominated as Teacher of the Year. I got the award, and then went to the Learning Community Teacher of the Year. After that, there's another interview. It's a long process. During the interview, the final one, they asked me if you will invite a person in a talk show, who would that be? That's the first question that I got from that interview. So I said, I'm going to invite the youth. I'm going to invite a student. Why will I invite a student? Because there's the most genuine person. My students, they're the ones who will tell me, like, blatantly, Miss Idjao, your eyeshadow is not fixed. Your lipstick has over here. Everything. But aside from that, come to think of it, they're the next generation. So when I was invited here, I did not think twice. Because I know that in my small little way, I can impact the youth, which holds our future. So with that, let me start my presentation. Give it a big hand!
My name is Luke. Playing games all day, or like sitting on the couch, or like playing outside.
Playing games all day, sitting on the couch, playing outside. What's the lie? What do you think is the lie?
Alright, my age is 11. My favorite subject is reading, and I like watching TV.
Could you repeat that, please?
Alright, my age is 11. My favorite subject is reading, and I like watching TV.
That's a lie.
Alright, it was 2.
What's your favorite subject, Matt?
My favorite subject is science.
There you go. Lindsay.
I have 3 brothers.
She can't help it.
I have a daughter, and my favorite subject is math.
What's the lie?
It was 2. One, I have basic program. 2, my classmates think I'm the best at math. You want to sit up? And 3. It's okay. It will go later.
Do you have a lie in that too? From those 2, do you have a lie there?
Hindi, ayaw mo, hindi niya alam yung tinuro siya eh.
Okay.
Oh!
He said he willingly came here out of free will. That's the third one. So what do you think?
Whoever can think or can guess about my A, letter A, starts with A, gets Marbles Lab Creamery free ice cream. What do you think is my A? What is that made me the CMS Teacher of the Year? Starts with A, ends with Y.
Attendance.
Yes, sir? The one in red?
I forgot.
Authenticity.
Awesomeness.
Nice try, but that's not the one. Give me another one.
Attitude?
Attitude, it ends with Y.
Oh.
Ability, it's not. It starts with A but ends with Y. Yes.
Authenticity.
Authority, good try, but that's not the one. Accountability, good try too.
Authenticity.
Authenticity, I like that word. That's not the one. Another clue, the next letter after A is D. D.
Ability.
There you go, ma'am. Here you have, ate. Here's your. There you go.
What is it?
The word is
Okay.
adversity. I went through adversity. That made me where I am today. And I'm proud of it. If I will do it again, if I have another life, I want to go through that again. What is adversity? For some young, for our youth, who can read adversity for another free ice cream? Who can read this one? Come on, sir. Out loud, strong voice. Adversity is
refers to hardship, challenges, or misfortune. An example of adversity is poverty.
poverty.
Now 3. Uncomfortable. The state of adverse
Conditions.
state of misfortune or
Calamity.
Now explain.
That made have this. Okay, thank you. And these are the adversities that I have experienced, and I'm proud of them. The first one, when I was in elementary, I attended a public school. I'm from rural province of San Antonio, Nueva Ecija. We experience walking to school. We don't have bus transportation. No free bus transportation. We had to walk going to school. Well, I have friends who walk miles after miles just to get to school. Is that an adversity? Yes. Was I thinking that's adversity before? No. I was just like looking at it right now as a very good contributor to where I am right now. Another one is, you see the classroom, you see how public school classroom here in the United States with Promethean board, with everything that we need. Even if you don't bring supplies, we get them. Your teachers, they're responsible enough to give you those things. But in my experience, we have that. You see that one, that classroom? There even leak on the roof. We put pail so it will not flood. That's the adversity that I've experienced. Was it sad? Was I sad during that time? No. Actually, we were having fun. We actually thought it's a common thing. We don't have any point of comparison. Another one is this one. We don't have textbooks. Now you got Chromebooks. You get to bring home your Chromebooks. And my students, what they do, they get broken at home, then they reissue another Chromebook. In my time, no, we have to share textbook. And that textbook is like obsolete, probably 1700s, 1960s, something like that. We have to share that, then we have to give it back to the teacher. But did it stop us from learning? No. The next one is feeding program. Who remembers Nutriban? Nutriban. Yes. Who remembers Barcon? Who remembers Slim? I went through that stage too. Where the feeding program, I'm a recipient of the feeding program in my school. You see the last one? Flooding. But you still go to school. These are the things I shared when they interviewed me. And until now, I'm having goosebumps. I wasn't thinking, I wanted to say that because I wanted to win. I wasn't thinking that. I wanted to say that because I know even my students, they saw this. Every morning, I give them this one because they might not experience the same adversity that I have experienced, at least I've done my part to let them see how it was before and how lucky they are this time when they are complaining about the bus driver being 1 minute late, when they are complaining about the breakfast that is too sweet or the cereal, it's free. We are going to school walking mile after mile with empty stomach. Does that make any sense? These are the adversities that I have experienced. I got on a crossroad. Will this stop me? Or will this motivate me? Every time, you got always, when you get to the crossroad, you got two options. Either you move on, or let that define you and stop you. You might have different adversities this time. You might have peer pressure. You might have bullying. You might have situation at home. It might look different, but at the end of the day, you gotta decide, will that stop you or will that keep you move forward? That's the decision that I want you to decide whenever you get to that crossroad. We might have different adversities because we came in a different generation. But always remember, what decision will I make today? Because your decision today will give you your future. What are those adversities brought me? 3 H's. It made me the hardest worker, probably in my school, in my learning community, or probably Charlotte Mecklenburg schools. Because of those adversities, I am very grateful that I have experienced that, because that made me very hard worker. Everything that I have right now, I gotta earn it. Even when I was young. Okay, you wanted to play, you gotta do this first. You gotta do chores. You wanted to go out, you wanted to go to your friends, you gotta do this first. And that's what I wanted to have impart to my students too. What else? Humility. It kept my feet on the ground. Whenever I'm looking back, that made me humble. And the last one is hungry for learning. Because as I meet a lot of people, Dr. Imee, just like today, I meet a lot of people. And I realized that I need more. I realized that whatever I know right now is not enough. So you gotta have two minds. We only have two mindsets. Growth mindset or fixed mindset. So do you want to grow? Are you hungry for learning? Or you just wanted to stay there and that's it for you? This is another question that they asked me. What legacy do you want to leave behind to the youth today? I got egg. E-G-G. What is E? I'll give you it's 2 words. The first word is E, then the second word is D. And it has something to do with what we see right now in the world. Through colors, can be religion, can be race. What do you think is that? Yes.
Education.
Education, good guess, but that's not the one. It's 2 words. Embracing D. What's D? Good. Embracing diversity. That's my first one. When we embrace diversity, especially now, especially with Asian, they can identify us. We have to know that we are unique, and we have to embrace that. Before we embrace diversity in general, we gotta embrace ourselves first. You have to know your strength. You have to know your uniqueness. In my adversity, I got a lot of insecurities too. I'm insecure whenever I'm speaking because I'm not as good as Americans. I'm not a natural speaker, English speaker. Well, but I got positive things too. You got strengths too. Either you let your insecurity grow or you let your strength grow. Whatever you focus on, they grow. You focus on negative, that grows. You focus on positive, you focus on your strength, that grow too. So you gotta focus on positive. So before you embrace diversity in general, you gotta embrace yourself first. You have to know your strength. Okay, I'm good at this one, but I'm not good at this one. So which one? You got a growth mindset. You have to work on the things that you need to work on. And you have to nurture the one that you have already. The next one is G, gratitude. And that's one of the problems that I see as a teacher in the United States. Because they're lacking gratitude. Probably because they're given the things that they did not earn. It feels like all the privileges turn to right. So when you are given, for example, okay, every Friday you guys eat out. Okay, that's given. That's a privilege, right? But since it's given without earning it, it turns to right. So when you don't go outside on Friday, what happens? They complain. So same as bus transportation. It's a privilege here in the United States. But because it's given to them, and if the bus driver is 1 minute late, they complain because it turned into right. So what is gratitude? Gratitude is about focusing on what's good in our lives and being thankful for the things that we have. You have a roof under your head, you have to be grateful. You eat 3 meals a day, you have to be grateful because not everyone in this world can do that. So that gratitude piece is really, I'm compassionate about inculcating to my students. So what I do, I let them earn it. Because the sweetest thing, even though it's just very simple, is the one you work hard for. And the last one is grit. What is grit? Who can read this one? For free ice cream. Who can read grit? Anybody?
Grit is being able to keep working toward a goal and overcoming obstacles even when it's hard.
Perseverance.
Perseverance, yes. And especially during this pandemic. You know, they are my third grade students. The last full school year that they've attended is when they were in kindergarten. It's hard for them. It might be hard for you guys to move on, but when we say grit, you keep moving. You keep going on. So this is what I wanted to leave behind. A, what's E? Embracing diversity. What's the first G?
Gratitude.
And what's the last G?
Grace.
Who can say that without looking at the screen? Egg. Who can say that for another free ice cream? Come on, sir.
Don't see it. I don't look at it.
What's
Close
my
your eyes.
first one?
Close your eyes.
Dito, bilib ko ano niya. Kaliwat. Kaliwat. Kaliwat.
And then the last G is grit.
Very good. Oh my gosh. Let's give him 3 claps. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Alright. Now, with that being said, I have an activity for our youth. I want all youth to stand up. This will test your grit. Okay? Let me see you. So if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Pay attention here. This is my instruction, okay? Our activity is going to be paper towel challenge. Alright. Paper towel challenge. What are the materials that I will give you? You will have 10 pieces of paper per team. You will have flat floor surface. You will have 20. Now,
We stack them up. Boom. Make a tower.
okay.
10 minutes. We roll each piece of paper. We stack them on top of each other, and we just tape them together, and boom.
I'm waiting.
Okay,
And
is
we
it
use
stable?
and we use some pieces of paper to probably 10 minutes.
It should be able to stand on its own.
Right.
And I can fan it
And you
it
can
won't
try it if
topple.
you want to. You can already try it while you're planning.
You can use
You guys can try it. Sorry. Did you see your tape?
You're going to plan first. What you're going to do?
They got the tallest. Let's see if they're stable. 1, 2, 3. We have give them. You get your free ice cream. There you go. All right, but we gotta ask them. Okay, we gotta ask them. Since they're the winners, what?
That group, okay. Speaker.
Speaker, what worked well, sir?
We put the paper on the paper.
We put the paper on paper, and then we just taped it together. But the last one we didn't have enough tape, so we just
stacked it.
yeah.
Okay.
They work together.
Yeah.
So teamwork.
We
Yeah.
put the hope in our hands, technically.
I can hear you by saying you use your resources because you used all of the tape and
all the paper.
and the papers, and I heard that you guys were doing teamwork. Very good. Great job. Let's give this group an hand. All right. So what did not work and how do you fix it? Okay, from this group, what did not work? Give me one. I don't like generic answer. I want specific answer. Is it because nobody's speaking up, nobody's taking the lead, or it can be, oh, we did not use all of the resources, or it can be, we don't have enough time. What did not work from your group?
Oh, we couldn't really figure out how to.
So so they couldn't really figure out. So lack of planning, it can be. From that group, what did not work from you? Aspect of it? Or is it the individual traits, like nobody's speaking up? The same resources. In life, we're given the same opportunities. It's just a matter of which one you grab, right? So with that being said, we got different.
Amazing. 1, 2, 3, go. You're amazing, Miss Idjao. Thank you so much. We now move on to the awarding of certificate to give our appreciation. Okay, Board BOD, please come in front, Miss Beth, Tita Reina, Miss Elsie, and Dr. Nini, and Tita Lynn.